Hotep brothers and sisters, and welcome to floor 22 of Oran's Black Museum. Here on floor 22, we will be looking at textiles. A textile, 1, is a flexible material made by creating an interlocking bundle of yarns or threads, which are produced by spinning raw fibers from either natural or synthetic sources into long and twisted lengths. 2. Textiles are then formed by weaving, knitting, crocheting, knotting, tatting, felting, bonding, or braiding these yarns together. The related words fabric 3 and cloth 4 and material are often used in textile assembly trades such as tailoring and dressmaking as synonyms for textile. However, there are subtle differences in these terms in specialized usage. A textile is any material made of interlacing fibers, including carpeting and geotextiles, which may not necessarily be used in the production of further goods, such as clothing and upholstery. A fabric is a material made through weaving, knitting, spreading, felting, stitching, crocheting or bonding that may be used in the production of further products, such as clothing and upholstery, thus requiring a further step of the production. Cloth may also be used synonymously with fabric, but often specifically refers to a piece of fabric that has been processed or cut. Etymology textile. The word textile comes from the Latin adjective textilis, meaning woven, which itself stems from textus, the past participle of the verb texere, to weave. Originally applied to woven fabrics, the term textiles is now used to encompass a diverse range of materials, including fibers, yarns, and fabrics, as well as other related items. Fabric. The word fabric also derives from Latin, with roots in the Proto-Indo-European language. Stemming most recently from the Middle French fabrique, or building, thing made, and earlier from the Latin fabrica, workshop, and art, trade, a skillful production, structure, fabric. The noun fabrica stems from the Latin faber, or artisan who works in hard materials, which itself is derived from the Proto-Indo-European daub, meaning to fit together. Cloth. The word cloth derives from the Old English claw, meaning a cloth, woven or felted material to wrap around one's body, from the Proto-Germanic kalithas, similar to the Old Frisian klath, the Middle Dutch kleed, the Middle High German kleit and the German kleid, all meaning garment. 10. History. The Banten burial cloth, the oldest existing example of warp ikat in Southeast Asia, displayed at the National Museum of the Philippines. The cloth was most likely made by the native Asia people of northwest Romblon. The precursor of today's textiles includes leaves, barks, fur pelts, and felted cloths. The Banten burial cloth, the oldest existing example of warp ikat in Southeast Asia, is displayed at the National Museum of the Philippines. The cloth was most likely made by the native Asian people of the northwest Romblon. The first clothes, worn at least 70,000 years ago and perhaps much earlier, were probably made of animal skins and helped protect early humans from the elements. At some point, people learned to weave plant fibers into textiles. The discovery of dyed flax fibers in a cave in the Republic of Georgia dated to 34,000 BCE suggests that textile-like materials were made as early as the Paleolithic era. Textile machinery at the Cambrian factory, Llanwrtyd, Wales in the 1940s. The speed and scale of textile production have been altered almost beyond recognition by industrialization and the introduction of modern manufacturing techniques. Functions. Clothing made of textiles. Thailand textiles have an assortment of uses, the most common of which are for clothing and for containers such as bags and baskets. In the household, textiles are used in carpeting, upholstered furnishings, window shades, towels, coverings for tables, beds, and other flat surfaces, and in art. In the workplace, textiles can be used in industrial and scientific processes such as filtering. Miscellaneous uses include flags, backpacks, tents, nets, handkerchiefs, cleaning rags, transportation devices such as balloons, kites, sails, and parachutes. Textiles are also used to provide strengthening in composite materials such as fiberglass and industrial geotextiles. Textiles are used in many traditional handcrafts such as sewing, quilting, and embroidery. Textiles produced for industrial purposes, and designed and chosen for technical characteristics beyond their appearance, are commonly referred to as technical textiles. Technical textiles include textile structures for automotive applications, medical textiles such as implants, geotextile, reinforcement of embankments, agrotextiles, textiles for crop protection, protective clothing such as clothing resistant to heat and radiation for firefighter clothing, against molten metals for welders, stab protection, and bulletproof vests. Due to the often highly technical and legal requirements of these products, these textiles are typically tested in order to ensure they meet stringent performance requirements. Other forms of technical textiles may be produced to experiment with their scientific qualities and to explore the possible benefits they may have in the future. Threads coated with zinc oxide nanowires, when woven into fabric, have been shown capable of self-powering nanosystems, using vibrations created by everyday actions like wind or body movements to generate energy. Thank you, God bless you. And may the rest of your life be the best of your life. Orhan D. Belgrave Sr.